Hi there. Welcome back to the Gardens and Graveyard channel. My name's Charisma, and today we're meeting in the studio and we are going to transplant a Tradescantia plant that I purchased about a month ago. And it's been in quarantine because I always put my new houseplants in quarantine for a little while just to make sure that there's no spider mites or mealybug or any kind of pest or disease that I'm introducing into my home because I have over 100 houseplants in the house. Plus, I have all these baby seedlings that I've got started in the house as well. So I want to just make sure that I'm not introducing anything nasty. Um, and I went to move it into a new space yesterday and noticed that it is so incredibly root bound. It's like emergency 911, time to plant this thing in something bigger with more soil, with more nutrition, like right now. I've been kind of wondering why it was starting to stretch so much and like pale in color. I think it was a little bit of the lighting where I keep it quarantined and definitely needs some more nutrition. So I've already pre-mixed my soil so we don't have to go through that together. This container actually came with, I don't know why this is in there actually. I don't know. This does not belong to that. Okay, I've got a little drip tray, empty container, and normally I stage my houseplants inside of a nursery pot and then into a decorative pot. But the shape of this pot is very strange, so I'm just going to plant it directly in this pot. Strange. It's just like not your typical, right? So this has potting soil and perlite. So we're just going to fill it about halfway. And this is my Tradescantia that needs to be transplanted. Of course, it doesn't have a name. Does this one say anything? Foliage basket assorted. Don't you just love that? This is why I prefer to buy my plants, especially my house plants, at a reputable nursery versus this I picked up at a pharmacy because they had all these beautiful plants on sale and I had to have one. Uh, but when you buy them at a big box store or an off, kind of like an off brand, that's not the right word, just like a one off kind of place, you're most likely not going to get to know the actual name of your plant because for whatever reason the growers send these plants to the big box stores with very generic tags. I don't understand that. Anyway, we're just gonna gently pull her out. She's so root bound. Oh god. Okay. Came out of there totally clean because there's almost no soil left for this thing. Look at her. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put this on this side so that we can see. For crying out loud. Let's do this. Okay. I just don't want to be blocking any light. Yeah. Look at this. It's so root bound. Oh my goodness. I have some other Tradescantia that I need to trim back and possibly transplant, but that was not in the cards for today. So that'll have to be another time. I've played with those ones before. They're in a non-draining pot because you could actually let your Tradescantia dry out quite a bit, especially in a home environment with a little bit of humidity. I really want to try, because I have so much of the other one that I have, I want to try growing it outside this season, just to see what it does, because I know that, like when I was growing up in California, people would just have these growing in as ground covers. Maybe not this variety. This variety is very upright rather than trailing. But anyway, I think it would be really interesting. Oh, I feel like I'm doing more damage than good here. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that it's not going to continue circling in the pot. So mostly breaking up the roots on the bottom. Not to shock it too much. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. If there's any up top, there's a little bit of like hard soil on the top. I just want to kind of slough off so that we could put some fresh soil up there for our nutrition. Okay, we're gonna call this good. I'm gonna put it in here. Use a little bit more soil. Like with any plant, you want to just make sure that the crown of the plant is at the same level as it was originally in its new pot. Okay, that's good. All right, then I just need to put some fresh soil around the edges. Oh my goodness. This poor thing. I hope you're happier now. Got room to grow. Obviously, they can be root bound without any problems, but I'm sure she's going to be a lot happier with some extra space. Oh my goodness. See how she does with this really tall foliage? If I might need to cut it back a little bit just to help create more bushiness. So when I'm done here, we'll take a look at it. Packed in all around a root ball. Let's get rid of this stuff. Okay, so because I just want to encourage really healthy growth, I'm going to cut back all of these pieces that are kind of really leggy and long. Maybe not all of them, but some. Like this one. This one. This one. There's this one. Okay. This one's just like, they're all just stretching so much because of where I had it, I think. Not sure. This one is... Okay. So the really fun thing about Tradescantia is they will root super easy. I could cut it right here and root that piece in. I could root this piece in Like all of these little pieces could easily become individual plants. And because I am trying my darndest to not have a million of the same plant, I am just going to make one extra, like, one extra plant to give away, and then I will add a few of these into this pot. Let's see if I could just fill this pot that it came in up again. Not quite. I'm gonna look for a pot just a little smaller than this. All right, we're gonna use this one. Still have soil left. Try to use up this soil. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, you know what? I'm gonna pre-moisten this just a bit. It's a little bit dry, and I really should have a drip tray underneath here so it doesn't make a huge mess. Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do is not have a leaf on the bottom. I'm gonna take that off, and then I'm gonna just pop this all the way down in the soil, preferably with no leaves touching the soil. This one looks okay. I'm just gonna basically ring the edge here. One more right here. And we'll put one, I think I could put like 3 in the center here. I feel like I need to just have an area of plants that I'm baiting to give away. Then, as soon as they root, find a new home for them. I could put a little bit of soil. Now that I pushed that down a little bit, I could put a little bit more soil in there. Just to give them plenty of stability. And technically I could do like each one of those cuttings into a separate container, and they will like spread out and become a, you know, a whole plant, and each one of these can become a whole plant. But this just fills a container in quicker, and we instantly have a little plant that can be given away. I'll find appropriate tray, but this works for now. I'm just going to put it on my plant stand. And then, so this one, okay, let's pick out like a handful to pop in here that look the most promising. I don't know. They all kind of look the same. I'm going to put these 3 in there. So I'm just going to go around the edge here and add a couple of these little babies. Maybe I'll find a 4th one. We could do all 4 corners. Okay. I don't worry about fresh cuts or callousing. Like these plants just take to cutting so well. They really root fast in water. So if you wanted to pop them in some water, that would work really well too. Okay. Toss these. Oh, let's just do this. There's just a tiny skiff of soil left, so I'm just gonna add it in here. Okay, awesome. No more soil. Yay! All right, that is it. We'll just put her in her new space. Definitely water her in. Give her a nice good drink. And get her watered in. Give her a nice good drink and get her placed over into her new space. And ta-da! I think she's going to be much happier now. And I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you're celebrating your life, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.